Hello students, welcome to IMS Gate Academy. I am Amit Goyal. With me I have Ravi Bogdula sir. So students, in the past post-guidance sessions that we have taken two post-guidance sessions basically on computer science, right? So we have already discussed, in one video we have discussed about IIT Bombay and IISc Bangalore, and in another video we have already talked about IIT Madras and IIT Delhi, right?
So last two videos, what we have done, like we have seen the placements, and the first we have seen what are the programs offered by both those IITs,
the specializations,
cutoffs,
right?
Followed by the placements we have seen.
Right.
So in this video, we have planned for another two IITs. So that is IIT Kanpur and Kharagpur.
Right.
So which are in terms of name also matching.
Right.
So here also we will see what are the programs offered by these IITs followed by the cutoff, which we collected data from the past papers, and also we'll see the placement statistics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So first we will look at the IIT Kanpur, right?
Right, sir.
Yeah. So in terms of ranking, if you see NIRF ranking, it falls under 4.
Rank is 4.
First one, like we've seen, IIT Madras one is the one, right?
Number 1 is IIT Madras for 2022 engineering ranks.
Engineering graduate.
Right.
So this is falls under 4.
Number 4. Number 1 is basically IIT
Madras, which I remember.
Number 2 is IIT Delhi. Number 3 is IIT Bombay. And then is IIT Kanpur is number 4.
So what about IIT Kharagpur, Sarji?
So IIT Kharagpur is coming at number 5.
Okay.
So this way we have covered all number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just mind you guys, just to repeat this point, IISc Bangalore does not have an engineering rank with it.
True,
right?
True.
So the rank that is there with IISc Bangalore is an overall rank, because IISc also offers other courses also. It's just not an engineering institute, right? So that's all about ranking part, sir.
Now let's see the courses offered by the IIT Kanpur.
Right.
So guys, one interesting thing we observed from this, especially IIT Kanpur, you look at this, first of all, our core branches, MTech Computer Science and Engineering is there, MTech in Cyber Security. Okay. Right. So these are the core branches we have. Apart from these core branches, so MS by Research program also there. MS by Research program 2 years is there, as well as 3 years.
Okay.
So we might have, you can observe the 2 and 3 which I mentioned.
So this is fixed here. Like for example, when we saw IIT Bombay, they had the variable program for 1.5 years to 3 years. But here it is fixed either 2 years or 3 years.
3 years program.
In the beginning of the admission, you have to tell.
One more thing I would like to say, for 3 years program, it is interesting thing, the BSc graduates, BSc, those who studied BSc Mathematics, or physics or computer science, they are completely eligible for doing the 3 years program in computer science engineering and cyber security in IITs.
So for 3 years or 2 years also?
So 3 years.
Only
not
3 years.
2 years, guys, please understand. MS program 2 years eligible by BTech students only. BTech students only, which appear for GATE computer science. For 3 years program, BSc students, they also can appear. They can also write the GATE exam, that we know, right?
So for so BTech students can't go for 3 years.
So yes, so BTech student, they can go for 3 years. So for them, GATE score is not required. GATE score is not required.
Achha.
That's advantage. So through like a minimal CGPA will be there, like so 8.0. So that is a minimum criteria. So without GATE score, they can go for 3 years master. So MS program.
So is there any requirement that they must belong to CFTIs, that centrally funded institutes?
No.
Nothing is there. Just the CPA requirement.
Like CGPA is required.
CGPA is required.
Yes, that we observed.
So I think guys, you need to note down this point. I think Ravi sir has made a very good point here, that this is the first course that we have encountered that the students are eligible for
from the background of the degree,
BSc,
bachelor.
Otherwise, MSc people are more eligible everywhere.
Correct.
Right. This is the first branch which we have seen just with the GATE score. BSc people can also apply.
So here also BSc people, one thing we have to understand, BSc 3 years degree. So BSc 4 years engineering also will be there. BSc 4 years also will be there. But BSc 3 years degree, they also can eligible to appear the GATE exam. With that GATE exam, they can enter into this IIT for the program of MS by Research in Computer Science, MS by Research in Cyber Security.
So I think this is a very important point. We have already covered 6 IITs students, and we have come with only the first program that we have seen where BSc people are eligible.
Correct.
And mind you, the other thing that we have noticed over here is that without even GATE score, BTech students can go just with CGPA in 3 years program. So these are two very important things that IIT Kanpur is offering. No other IIT.
I need to check.
As far as our knowledge. We have not found anything. If we found anything new, we'll definitely come back with a new video. And as Ravi sir also stated in the last video also, that if you want some more information from us, you can can type in the chat in the comments.
box.
We will definitely come out with a new video on that particular thing also.
Okay.
Right?
So what are the courses offered by IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur?
Yeah.
So there are many interdisciplinary
Yeah. So
courses.
I'll come to that just before that, sir. Cyber security is another discipline in MS only. Right?
Yes.
Just like MTech in cybersecurity and computer
So
science.
overall conclusion, no, MTech there are 2 programs, MS 2 programs are there.
And-
One
yeah,
is
so
computer
overall
science
6
engineering,
programs.
cybersecurity, here computer science engineering, cybersecurity.
But these
and
are
3 years programs.
2
Again,
years and 3
2
years.
and 3 will
so
be there.
total 6 programs by IIT Kanpur, right?
And one thing of conclusion, what? BSc 3 years degree people will be there. They are only eligible for 3 years.
3 years program. Right.
Because
Agreed, sir.
BSc is 3 years.
Right,
So
right.
for them, MSc is not required. If
Right.
somebody done BSc, then MSc computer science, MSc mathematics, electronics, they're obviously eligible for all the programs.
They are obviously
They're all
because we said, I think we discussed earlier also, BTech people, MSc people,
Yes.
and what is
MCA
MCA people are also eligible, right? But this is the first case where BSc are also eligible for 3 years program,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Okay. So let's come to IIT Kharagpur students. Over here we have MTech in computer science engineering, MS by research in computer science engineering.
Great.
So these are the core courses that you do. Again, IIT Kharagpur, just like IISc Bangalore and IIT Bombay, is giving you the chance for interdisciplinary branches, right?
True.
So just like them, it is also allowing things. So for example, you are eligible for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other courses too, right? So there is a difference in MS by research which is offered here, sir. Let me discuss that briefly.
Okay.
So in general, we have seen in other IITs, MS is basically, like for example, when we talked about IIT Bombay, MS by research, the admissions happen along with the MTechs, right?
Correct.
When we talked about IIT Delhi, the admissions were happening along with the PhDs. Two times along with the PhDs, the admissions were happening. Here, there is a completely different game altogether. What is happening here is nobody can take direct admissions to MS here.
Okay.
So this is for the project staffs. So first you have to join as a project staff for 2 to 3 years, and then internally you can get converted to MS by research. So there is no provision using the GATE score you can do it. You have to join as a project staff using a valid GATE score or a UGC net score or a CSIR net score. You can join as a JRF, and after that as a project staff, once you join there as a project staff, if your professor is happy with your work and also you perform good in the interviews also, then you can get converted to MS by research.
Sir, here when it comes to this point, this programs, just I have a doubt, like, no?
Yeah.
So I checked the IIT Madras.
Right.
IIT Madras is somebody want to do biomedical engineering, they need little background of that one. Like, because apart from this GATE score, they were asking additional requirement in
background.
terms of some distance course, something.
Right.
So is it required for in this IIT?
Yeah, as far as my knowledge is concerned, no other background is needed.
Okay.
But exactly the cutoffs are not available on the website. So students, what they need to do is while filling up the form, they will get more details, right? So once they are filling the form for IIT Kharagpur, they'll get more details, more criterias will be given to them that what exactly is there, what exactly is the cutoff, they'll realize at that time.
Okay.
But with this presentation, they must understand that there are chances, and then they can explore
So you
these
are
chances.
saying that these are the subject, those students who are appear for GATE computer science, they're eligible.
They are eligible.
Okay.
More details they can find at the website
During
itself
update.
while applications, because we did not found anything, on the official website that what were the cutoffs and all those things, right? So they can check there, but this presentation is giving them a hint that these are the other things that they can apply.
So like so far 6 IITs we have seen, right? Out of which we majorly the interdisciplinary courses more offered by the IISc Bangalore,
IIT
and
Bombay.
Then we have seen
come
Kharagpur, like.
over IIT Kharagpur.
But here Delhi also you see, and Kanpur also see, there are only less programs only.
Less programs only. They require more for specializations. They require that you should have some background.
Correct.
As far as that is concerned.
Correct.
But yeah. So and moreover, this list is is not exhaustive, students, right? This is what this is to the best of our knowledge, right?
True.
So you may keep on exploring while filling the forms. Also, when you read the brochures, when you apply for the positions, the positions on which you are applicable, those will come into your portal. So that way you will get more enlightened. But this is to give you an idea, right? More and more things will happen once you do.
So additionally, one information also we can tell that the stipend obviously they will get, and here 3 year students also will get the stipend.
Definitely.
For the complete
for the complete 3 years, they will get the stipend. Mostly the master's programs at all the IITs are sponsored programs only.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's, should we move ahead with
Yeah,
the
we'll see
cutoffs,
the
sir?
cutoffs for,
Yeah.
because we could not find a major, all the specialization, the cutoff, but some of them we could able
Yes,
to get
yes.
it.
So just to mind you students, we are only showing you the data for which we have official sources.
Correct.
Otherwise, if the data is not applicable, we have simply said that this data is not available because that is very important. If we misguide you, then there will be a problem.
No.
So therefore, what we are doing is whatever is available, we are trying to give only that purpose.
Chalo.
Those things. So let's come back to cutoff, sir.
So cutoffs, if we see specialization like IIT Kanpur, so we could not get 2022 cutoff.
Right.
So like just we can see the basis, some idea we can get by looking these cutoffs from the 2021 data.
Right.
So general and EWS, OBC, SC/ST we mentioned 760.
760. It's a good score.
Compared to the Delhi and Mumbai, the cutoff is low.
800 was the cutoff in earlier.
For them. This 760.
Say 760 is a low one, but still it's
Still it can change, but little like we can say around 800, 770 or like around 750 to 800 we can expect the cutoff for IIT Kanpur.
So this is for 2021 plus minus 20 you can expect.
Yes.
Right. So just to mind you guys, so these courses, these are specialized courses, right? So the cutoff will be in general. The trend is, again, I'm not making it as a statement. In general, the trend is the cutoff decreases as we go down because MTech Computer Science will have the highest cutoff. As you go down, the number of years are increasing. Therefore, the cutoffs are going to decrease.
So anyway, for 3 years program for BTech students,
there is no cutoff.
Cutoff is not required.
The CPI is the cutoff.
Yes.
Right.
For BSc students only they can see the score.
Right. But in
still
general,
we can expect them less score only.
Less score only because in general, in every institute, if you see, computer science engineering MTech gets filled first.
Yes.
The 2 years program. Right?
So one additional point I would like to say, generally, BSc students, those who are studying now, like so after enrolling the courses, after completing 1 or 2 years, if they're knowing about IITs, they're definitely feeling that I could miss the entering into IIT like that.
Right.
Now they get a chance, like after just graduation only, just before completing your MTech, like master degree, you can just enter into IITs for pursuing this MS program. That's the best option.
Right. So the cutoffs will be somewhere around, like for example, 760 is the cutoff plus minus 50 you can expect.
Yes.
That's roughly the range. So it's not that if the cutoff is 760, it will fall down to 600. No.
That's not possible. Yeah.
So only minus 50 can happen. So roughly the cutoff, for example, if we assume 760 is the cutoff, roughly the cutoff will be around 700, 710. That will be roughly the range.
Okay.
Right. Let's come to IIT Kharagpur, sir. So here the data is available for 2022.
Okay.
So over here you see roughly the cutoffs for general.
Same to comparison Kanpur, na?
Right. At least for general, it is almost similar. For EWS, there is some difference.
Difference is there.
When we go to OBCs, exactly same. For SCs, almost similar. For STs, there is a big difference, right? But otherwise, as we see in the earlier cases also, the cutoff is decreasing as we go from left to right.
So what we can understand, these two IITs, when you compare, there is a little relation is there.
Right.
So which are low score allowing comparison to IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi?
Right. So the first four IITs which we have discussed, IIT Bombay, Delhi, Madras and IISc Bangalore, there the cutoffs were a little high, and IIT Delhi was having low cutoff, but they take exams further.
IISc Bangalore also. IISc Bangalore.
Right.
So but they are given 30% weightage for the written exam and the interview part.
As far as I remember, IIT Delhi was doing it for MS program. For
MS program.
But not for the BTech.
Sorry,
for the MTech program. Right? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to, let's go to the placement, sir. Right?
Yeah. See, this 1.9 crores which we mentioned IIT Kanpur, this placements happened for 2023 only.
Okay.
This will go in terms of phases wise. Phase 1 results only we got.
Okay, these are phase 1 results.
Phase 1 results.
So phase 1 ends students in December.
Right, December only happened. Last December only happened.
Right, sir.
So like for this, especially, I got this information from the authentication source only, 17.69 LPA for the PG students.
Right.
Including all.
Right.
All branches, all streams, especially for PG. So this 1.9 crores, like including all, BTech and Master, all included here.
Everyone is included.
Some students like even got 90 lakhs, 80 lakhs, 70 lakhs. Right. Highest went up to 1.9 crores this one.
So mind you guys, when 1.9 crores is basically is the highest package and 17.69 is the average. When we are saying this is for all the PGs. Correct. When it comes to computer science, the numbers will definitely be higher.
Correct.
At least, I cannot comment about the highest will be the same, and it might be possible that this belongs to the computer science only. Mostly CS guys are going to get the highest one, but average is definitely going to improve. Generally, the average for CS students is somewhere around 1.5 times. Generally, it is roughly the case. But again, we cannot comment directly because that data is not available. But I'm just trying to tell the rough data, right? Approximate data, I should say. Approximate is a better word.
But IIT Kharagpur has highest package.
It has 2.1 crores and average is 22.7, almost near to IIT Bombay, 21.5 somewhere, and even IISc had 28 lakhs. So it falls in the same range, right? Roughly in the same range, right? So I think that's all about placements, sir. And I think, do we have something else to tell? I think this is done. But yeah.
Next, what we can do, like, we have covered this 2 IIT, leftover 2 IITs will be there. That will be covering into upcoming session.
Upcoming session, we will be
After that, again, we will also will take up the 2 NITs.
Right.
We'll complete most of the top NITs.
Top NITs we are going to cover.
Yeah.
So one more important point which we would like to make is basically students don't wait for the GATE result. You know, GATE result is going to come in somewhere in mid of March. Don't wait for the GATE result. This is the right time that you start exploring the various courses which you can apply, because roughly you might you should have a clear idea right now that what is the range of the range of the rank that you are going to get, right? So based on that you start searching, because these forms are mostly coming in February and March.
Already most of the IITs release their admission forms. Right?
Admission forms, and the end date is going to be March end. So if you start after your GATE result, you will be left with just 14-15 days, and mind you, this is not a simple procedure. You have to go to every IIT and then apply. This is a long procedure which you should start right now. Like what I used to do in my days, I'll just add one more point, sir. What I used to in my days is I used to make an Excel sheet and keep on jotting down what is the cutoff, what is the thing, what is my chances.
Correct.
If there are chances, then only I'll apply.
True.
Based on, so that is why these sessions are not to waste your money also. Right. If there is very less chance for you getting that, don't waste your money in filling every form. Right?
So one more thing, like, guys like you need to make yourself very clear that, like, suppose if you are targeted for the institution, you have to compromise with the course.
Right.
So if you are targeted with a core branch only required, you have to compromise the institution. This you have to keep in mind. So one more thing, as sir said, like, this admission process takes a lot of time. So early only you have to know down everything, what possible
chalk out your best possibilities.
Like institution you are going to get, that you have to note down and start applying.
Right.
Make an Excel sheet. So students might have a COAP.
Right. That is also an important
common
point.
This admission process will be there for all the IITs. So students who are going to take any admission to any IIT, they have to separately apply for the institution as well as COP. So they have to take the registration and COAP also. Right. Because sometimes you may getting the 2 seats in a 2 IITs, like.
Right. So that portal is to make you guys not waste the seats in IITs. Correct. So that portal is common for all of them. You have to fill there also. That will keep track of what is your exact allotment, right? Correct. And IITs will require a separate form because they will do the shortlisting further, right? True. So 2 portals have to be done. It's not like JEE. In JEE, we have one portal, everything happens from there. Correct. Here, we have 2 portals. And for NITs also, we are having one portal called CCMT. We'll discuss that.
Actually, for NITs, it is easy process.
CCMT is there, it is done. Right? We'll discuss that once we start NITs. Correct. But for IITs, COAP plus every individual invitation. Right? So these as we suggested earlier also, these PPTs, these sessions are going to give you some basic idea. Then once you go into the portal, you will realize more and more things. Correct. So start your process right now. Don't wait for your rank. Maybe at least start chalking out what are the possibilities. Once you get the exact rank, then you can see what are good for me and what are not good for me. True. Yeah.
And like start observing the word COP process also.
Right.
So you will get an idea, because at the same time, if you want to do, like, time will be less, you may confuse what are the things are going to happen. Right. So better look at what is the process of COP. Accordingly, then you can plan it. What is the institution you are going to apply? You register in that.
Right. So if the result comes somewhere around, say, 15th of March, somewhere in the middle of the March.
16th March.
16th March, the result is coming. So we have 15 days. So every day you start reading about 3 to 4 institutes. By the time the result comes, you are ready with 50-60 institutes list. And then once your rank is there, you can chalk out which one is possible. One
more important things I would like to say, all of you. So those who are having the less GATE score, what they can do is start preparing some subjects. Basically, like, IISc Bangalore is offering the low GATE score also, and they are also giving the 30% weightage for what? Written test and interview. So written test, you plan at least 3-4 subjects strongly prepare.
Start preparing for the interviews
algorithm, data structure, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a C programming,
Right.
so coding part. Majorly they will focus on coding and data algorithm point of view.
Yeah.
So this part, make it yourself very strong.
Very strong.
So that you can crack that interview part clearly. So that you will be in a good institution.
And mostly, sir, as per my experience, whatever they are going to ask is basically from the subjects of the GATE exam.
Definitely,
only.
definitely.
So they will ask you, what are your favorite subjects? So what you will do is, out of the 12 subjects that we have in GATE, you just say that, sir, these 3 are my favorite subjects. They are not going to ask beyond that.
Correct.
So therefore,
For the special that will happen in interview.
Yeah.
But a written test, if we see, IISc
Everything
Bangalore
will be there.
written test, generally they focus more on coding.
Yeah.
Coding plus this algorithm, data structure algorithm part.
Right.
So
right.
that you keep revise yourself.
So
understand.
don't stop your revision process and the preparation process, but parallelly, as we suggested, don't wait for 16th of March. Start applying, start making your Excel sheet, start chalking out your possibilities. Then only you'll be able to do it successfully, right?
True.
And don't worry, we are there till you reach your desired institution, right? We are going to be with you. We'll keep on coming up with more and more sessions also. Further, as sir said, February, March is the time when the applications are going to come. By March end, mostly the applications will be over.
compose.
And May and June will be the time of the interviews and the time of admissions, and July you are going to start the sessions,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So this is roughly the timeline, guys. Right, sir? Is there
So
anything
finally, what we can say, kindly tune to the IMS
GATE Academy channel.
We will be coming up with other two IITs as well as top NITs also.
Top NITs also. So yeah. So stay tuned, guys. We'll see you with another post-GATE guidance session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.